banger, son. Timothy, you want to tell us the topics?
Yes, it will. The very first topic is who should win NFL MVP.
Timothy, you can go first.
All right. Clearly, I'm gonna go with running back. I'm gonna say it's Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor has been explosive pretty much all year long. He's number one running back. Really helps him out since Derrick Henry got hurt early in the season. But ever since then, Jonathan Taylor has just been explosive. By far the best back right now in the NFL, and he deserves MVP.
I think it's Tommy Brady 12, baby. Tom Brady from Tampa. I think he deserves MVP. Yeah, he had a 2-week slump, but he's bounced back from it and he's looking pretty good. 4 touchdowns against Atlanta. I think he's your MVP.
William?
Both of those are my candidates, but there's one more that you can say. Mac and cheese, son. I can't believe I'm saying it. I cannot believe it. Mac and cheese. Mac and cheese.
I literally have nothing to say.
You have nothing. Okay. So
I have a lot to say.
Okay. Well, after you're gonna say what you want to say. I'm gonna say what I want to say. You know what? I was not expecting that. I'm just so flabbergasted. Like, it's leaving me speechless. It's like week after week. The topic is, what is William next gonna say that's so stupid? It's week after week, just go stupider, stupider. The IQ is down here. The IQ is down here. Like, it's really down here. If I knew you were gonna say this, I would have made this the last topic so I can just go ahead and walk out. But go ahead. What do you gotta say?
So the reason why I got Mac Jones as most valuable player of the year, bro, look what he's doing. He is so accurate.
16 touchdowns. 16.
Okay.
8 interceptions.
Okay.
16. You following me? 16 touchdowns. Tom Brady has almost doubled that.
But 8-4. 8-4.
They ran the ball. They're 9-4, and they threw the ball 3. They threw the ball 3 times. 3 times last Monday night.
Correct.
3 times.
Yes,
and
that's correct.
You're saying a guy that throws the ball 3 times is your MVP?
They beat the Bills.
No, not because of Mac Jones. Definitely not because of Mac Jones.
No, but.
So you're telling me Mac Jones is your AFC Player of the Year, AFC Offensive Player of the Year AFC Offensive Rookie of the Year. He's your Rookie of the Year, and he's your MVP. Is that what you're telling me? Well, that's literally the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Oh my god. All right, I think we're done with that. Oh man, moving on to the next topic.
16 touchdowns. Okay.
Should we write the Bills off?
Absolutely. No. I'll give them till Sunday. If they beat the Buccaneers, I think we shouldn't write them off. But right now, as it stands right now, the Bills are dead. The Bills are in the ocean. They're sinking. The Dolphins are fitting to catch the Buffalo Bills. The Bills, I don't know what's going on with Josh Allen. I pointed out a couple weeks ago, he makes $258 million. $258 million. You scored 10 points. 10 points, 15 for 30. Run the ball, Josh Allen. I saw your receivers dropping the ball. Josh Allen, you're 6 foot. You're like 6'5", 230 pounds. Run the ball. Get physical. Run the ball. Come on, 10 points.
All right, I'm gonna go next. We're gonna let Wayne go last because God knows what he's gonna say. But you know what? I said it. They have no running game. Until they get a running back, yes, I'm writing the Bills off. To answer questions first, yes, I'm writing the Bills off. But until they get a running back, then they can be relevant and actually win like the AFC Championship or something like that. They will make it to the playoffs, and they might just lose in the first round. That's probably what's going to happen. They cannot run the ball. Last game, we needed to see a run game out of Bills, and we didn't see it. It's sad because you got Josh Million just making big bucks, and he wants to prove himself, but he can't because his running game is so bad.
But he's not proving himself because himself. Yeah, he sees he has no run game. So Josh Allen, being this guy from Wyoming, with the weather for him yesterday was perfect. He's got to put his shoulders low and run the football. If he sees his running backs can't run the ball, and first of all, what are you doing throwing the ball 30 times when the conditions are like that? That's on the offensive coordinator Brian Daboll. You is not gonna throw the ball 30 times when the wind's gusting over 40 miles per hour. You don't do that.
And I just want to say that the Bills season is over. Sorry, Bills fans, but it's pretty much over for y'all. Any hopes are now gone. William, go ahead.
I expected more out of the Bills this year compared to last year. I expected a lot more, and I had the Bills coming out on top. And when I seen that they did that thing, I was like, okay, well, this Bills team, I got no words. I just got no words for it.
So should we write them off?
Yeah. Do better next year.
All right. The very last topic is, what's more important in the NFL, a GM or a head coach? Well, we're gonna let you go first.
Hey, coach.
Why?
Because a GM, he hires the head coach, and the head coach, he controls pretty much the whole team. You do know how the process works, right?
All right. Well,
the GM is the one who hires the head coach, and the head coach takes care of the team itself. Or if you're Bill Belichick, you can be the head coach and the GM.
Let me go ahead and go, because Williams already started making my point. So let me go ahead and keep going. It is the GM. It's the most important part in the NFL. Because you know what? The head coach, he coaches the players. But you know who gets the players there? The GM gets the players there. He trades for players. He drafts the players. He signs the players. He gets them there. He hires the coach he wants to coach them guys. The GM does that. So if it wasn't for the GM, the head coach wouldn't even be there. So you made my point right off the bat. So the GM is more important than the head coach. If you have a bad GM, your team's gonna be bad because there's gonna be no talent because of the GM.
I disagree. I think it is the head coach. I'll give you a good example. I'll give you a great example. Los Angeles Rams. This is a perfect example. Their GM ain't all that great, but Sean McVay as a head coach, Sean McVay wasn't really anything coming into the NFL. All right, you following me? He was, Sean McVay, whatever. And then nobody knew what Sean McVay was, not even the GM. He just hired Sean McVay, and then Sean McVay comes in the NFL. They win. It's not because the GM. It's Sean McVay as a coach. They start winning. And now Sean McVay, since he's established this winning culture, he's brought in Jalen Ramsey, guys like Odell Beckham Jr., guys like Von Miller. It's guys like Matthew Stafford. It's not the GM. It's Sean McVay. So I think the perfect example was that, and it's the head coach.
Well, before I take this ignorant statement and take it and destroy it, William, what you want to say? You want to support this statement?
The head coach is the most important.
So what Jacob just said. Did you agree with what Jacob just said?
Yes, I do.
That Jacob, I expect something at William, something like that at William, not out of you. What are you talking about? Matthew Stafford was the GM. Trading Jared Goff was the GM. Getting Von Miller was the GM. Getting OBJ was the help of the GM. It's not the head coach. It's the GM bringing these players in. Not sure if you know that, but the Rams have pretty much the best.
Most of the time, it's the head coach that does all that stuff.
Okay, but it's the GM say so. Yes or no? So the GM is going to take credits for the players coming in. The Matthew Stafford, the Jared Goff trade. Who's that going credit to? Sean McVay?
But also, no, listen. Also, if you got a bad coach, if you got a very bad coach, throwing out Adam Gase. If you got a very bad coach, nobody want to play for you. Ain't nobody finna play for you. So you have to have a head coach. I feel like the head coach is more important than the GM. Because a head coach can coach and run the organization. Example, Bill Belichick. You don't need what you need a GM for. All you need is a head coach because he can coach and run the organization.
Because it's stuff that you don't see behind the scenes. He's bringing in the players for your coach to coach these players.
But Bill Belichick brings in players and coaches them and brings them in.
Yeah. He's also the GM.
But and I'm telling you, all you need is a head coach. He's also the head coach.
But the GM is more important.
No, it's not.
Bill Belichick as a head. Oh no. Bill Belichick as a head coach is better than the Bill Belichick as the GM.
Oh no, yeah, you agree. Bill Belichick, yes, I agree with that.
Because he's a great coach, so he coaches. Okay, he gets mediocre players, so he coaches them to great players. That's what Sean McVay does. But in a different example for Sean McVay, he was winning. He was 13-3, 12-4 in the NFC West, and now Jalen Ramsey seeing that. He's like, dang, I want to go over there. Von Miller seeing that. He's like, dang, I want to go win. Matthew Stafford's like, I just need to get out of Detroit. I want to go anywhere. So they came to Sean McVay.
So who does the credit go to for Aaron Donald, guys like Cooper Kupp, and guys like that already being on that roster? Who does that credit go to?
Sean McVay coaching them. How does that go to the GM? How does that go to the GM?
Who's drafting these players?
Yeah, they might get them, but they're not establishing the players. Look at Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald wasn't all this in college. Cooper Kupp wasn't all this in college. Were they?
It's the GM taking the chances, drafting players, and bringing them to the team.
But the head coaches establishing their greatness.
So then, what's the point of even having a GM then if it don't matter? You're just saying the GM
You don't need a GM.
I mean, the Patriots are showing you don't need a GM.
But you talking about the GM is the most important. Look at Bill O'Brien when he was coaching the Texans. Horrible.
But no, also I'm pretty sure he was the GM too, and he was bringing in guys like Deshaun Watson, DeAndre Hopkins. Right? He also did trade away these guys because he's ignorant. But I'm saying he brought these guys in though. He brought in Deshaun Watson. He brought in DeAndre Hopkins. He brought in guys with elite talent. Yeah, he was ignorant and traded them away, but he brought them in first and made them. Yeah, I mean they were already good, but he still brought them in as a head coach.
Where's your final thought?
The head coach is the most important.
Tandy, what is your final thought?
Well, my final thought is it's asinine to say that the head coach is bringing in these guys. So the GM just sit back. All right, you do nothing. I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna take the credit, or I'm just gonna sit here and do what you want to do. That's not
that's exactly how it goes.
The GM is bringing in players.
So
you're just saying the GM, you don't need a GM. That's
go do your job.
My final thought is the head coaches are most important. You don't need a GM. Like and subscribe.
Thanks for watching.
27 Heart Geek.